A short time ago, a survey asked food service patrons to list what they considered most important about the places where they go out to dine. Surprisingly, in 2/3 of those places, what came in second was the quality of the food. First was the cleanliness of the environment where it was served. In food service, effective sanitation is vital to the satisfaction of patrons, to their health, to the success of the establishment. And that's why it's the subject of this program. Food and the byproducts of its preparation are a natural breeding ground for microscopic organisms that can spoil the food and cause serious illness. That's why government at all levels has established codes to protect food against contamination. Satisfying those codes requires a systematic approach to the cleaning process. That's what we'll outline here, a 10-part approach to effective food service sanitation. Actually, 2 of the 10, the washing of tableware and sanitation of restrooms, are so important that a separate ISSA program is devoted to each. Here we'll focus on the remaining 8. The first is planning. This means having a detailed schedule and description of how and how often to clean each area and each item of food service equipment. It also means having on hand everything you need to perform cleaning procedures, supplies such as brushes, scrapers, wipers, and chemicals, usually of 3 kinds. Detergents, which clean, sanitizers, which kill germs, and cleaner disinfectants, which do both. Mix your chemicals before you begin cleaning. If you have any questions, check with your ISSA member consultant. While you may use different procedures to clean each area or piece of equipment, you'll normally follow 3 common steps. First, remove all food particles from a surface. Second, clean and sanitize the surface. Third, rinse the surface with clear water and, in many instances, wipe it dry. Let's see how these steps apply to some of the most common types of equipment used to cook food. To clean pots and pans, use 3 sinks. One filled with warm cleaning solution, a second with hot rinse water, and a third with warm sanitizing solution. Scrub each pot or pan free of food particles, and before residue can dry, soak it in the wash sink for at least 5 minutes. Rinse it, soak it for another minute in the sanitizing sink, and let the pot or pan air dry. Be sure to change the solutions often and clean each sink both before and after use. Since there are many types of ovens, consult the manufacturer's instructions for specific cleaning procedures. In general, however, follow these. When the oven has cooled, remove the racks. Use a scraper or brush to clean carbonized and burned-on deposits from the interior surfaces. Spray oven cleaner on a cloth or disposable wiper or directly on warm interior surfaces. Next, using a cloth soaked in detergent solution, clean all surfaces inside and out. Then, wipe them with a cloth soaked in fresh water. Clean the racks in the 3-compartment sink and return them to the oven. All these procedures should be done at least once a day. About once a week, clean the oven's hidden surfaces, front, back, fan, and so on. This will help prevent odors and insects. For grills and griddles, start by scraping away loose grease and food particles. Wash the surface with a warm detergent solution using a cloth or disposable wiper, or if necessary, a grill stone. Use a brush and detergent to clean the burners and drain trough. To clear the drain hole and grease trough, pull a cloth through each. Rinse and dry the surface. Finally, as it reheats, brush on fresh frying compound, which will help protect and condition the cooking surface. To clean deep fryers, first drain off the used oil and filter it for reuse or dispose of it. With the screens and baskets inside, fill the fry chamber with detergent solution. Let it boil for 15 to 20 minutes and then scrub the interior with a long-handled brush. Rinse the interior first with fresh water, then with a water vinegar solution, and then with fresh water again. The final rinse water can be used to wipe the exterior. Your steam table should be cleaned daily. First, drain off hot water, removing the food containers. Brush all surfaces with detergent and wipe them dry. Periodically, use a deliming agent to remove stains and mineral deposits following the manufacturer's instructions. Follow instructions, too, for cleaning coffee makers. And remember, it takes frequent removal of oils and deposits to assure good coffee and long equipment life. Effective sanitation requires thorough cleaning, not only of the equipment used to cook food, but also of all types used to prepare it for cooking. Among these are choppers, blenders, slicers, tenderizers, and other implements used to process food products. First, disconnect the electric power. Then, using extreme care when working near sharp blades and edges, take out all removable parts. Take them to the 3-compartment sink, where you'll wash, rinse, and sanitize each, allowing them to air dry. Then, wipe or scrub all stationary parts with detergent and wipe with sanitizer. Again, take extreme care near sharp edges and blades. Stainless steel counters, tables, and shelving are in contact with food all day long. These too must be kept spotlessly clean. Each day, they should be wiped with cleaner disinfectant, fresh water, and a dry wiper. And once a week, perform 2 other procedures. Use a deliming agent to remove film and mineral deposits, and use a polish to clean and buff all surfaces so they'll retain their metallic shine. A food service facility uses a variety of dispensers for those food products ready to be served. These too must be sanitized. Juice dispensers must be cleaned daily. Since incorrect procedures can damage the machine, follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. Ice makers require cleaning of the exterior surfaces each day. Periodically, the interior should be defrosted, brushed thoroughly with a deliming solution, and rinsed with fresh water. At the same time, make sure that all parts controlling water flow are clean and clear. Ice cream freezers should be cleaned twice a day. Before startup, they should be filled with sanitizing solution, brushed, run for a minute or 2, and drained. At the end of the day, removable parts should be cleaned in the 3-compartment sink. The mixing tank and cylinder should be rinsed with cold water. Hot water can damage the equipment. Finally, close the valve, fill the mixing tank with sanitizing solution, brush its surfaces, and flush with fresh water. Many fresh foods must be kept in storage for later preparation. If they're to remain uncontaminated, your storage equipment must be cleaned regularly. This includes dry storage equipment, such as shelving units and vegetable bins, which, to prevent insects and fungus growth, should be cleaned at least weekly. First, with a brush or vacuum, remove all loose food particles. If the container can be wet cleaned, spray or wipe its interior with a sanitizer. Rinse and wipe dry. If it can't be wet cleaned, spray very lightly with a sanitizer and allow the surface to air dry. To clean refrigerators and freezers, remove all food to protected storage. Adjust temperatures above freezing so your cleaning solutions won't ice. Wipe or spray the interior with detergent, then with fresh water, and finally with sanitizer. Wipe it dry. Clean the racks and shelving in your pan sinks. Do each of these things once a week. Clean the exterior daily. And once a month, vacuum the compressor, condenser coils, the motor housing, and other similarly exposed areas. Any food service area has a wide variety of miscellaneous equipment: scales, openers, cutting boards, conveyor belts, and so on. Don't neglect them. Make sure each is cleaned, sanitized, or polished according to the manufacturer's instructions. Food service sanitation may start with kitchen equipment, but it doesn't end there. It extends to cleaning all areas of the food service environment. This means cleaning walls, ceilings, and especially floors. At least once a day, all floor mats should be thoroughly hosed, mopped, or scrubbed and allowed to dry. They should then be set aside and the floor below cleaned. First, sweep or brush up all scraps of food, paper, and other debris. Then, mop the floor with cleaner disinfectant and allow it to dry. Check with your ISSA member consultant about the methods and chemicals that are best for your floor. All furniture used by patrons should be wiped clean after each use and each day sprayed with sanitizer, rinsed, and wiped dry. And loading docks, ramps, and the immediate outdoor area should also be cleaned once a day. Finally, your food service sanitation efforts should have one more focus: on yourself. Practice good personal hygiene. Wear a fresh uniform each day. Cover your hair and hands as the law requires. Wash your hands frequently during the day, and always after you've used the restroom or touch anything that could possibly contaminate food. It requires constant vigilance to keep a food service environment clean. And doing what it takes is the business of everybody who works in that environment. By making it your business, you help provide your patrons with things they care about as much as the food itself. An environment that is clean, healthy, and a pleasure to visit.